Hey everyone, what is up? Thanks for tuning in. I'm your nerdy normie reviewer, the Elvin Barber. You know, the guy wearing shades and giving out fades. In front of me here I have the token cripple.
Hey, how you doing?
Self-appointed, by the way, for the woke mob. I don't want them to come down on me because I said the token cripple. So, how the hell are you, sir?
That's fine. You're protected.
Oh, look at that.
I give you permission to call me a cripple.
I got my cripple card, y'all. Got my cripple card. I just feel like on so many, this is so wrong on so many levels, but it's fine. It's fine. How the hell are you?
If it wasn't wrong, we wouldn't be having fun doing it.
True.
I'm okay. I was better until about 45 minutes ago. Then we hit play, and now I'm not.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, you guys. We're those guys. Like we, say we like to watch things and watch nonsensical things and bullshit. So you don't have to. That's sort of our jam. But before we get started, we do ask that you subscribe, hit that like button, and leave a comment below.
Ring the bell.
And don't forget to ring that bell for any future notifications. So today we will be discussing episode 3 of the Winchesters. Initial impressions. What do you think?
Why? Please just stop this show.
Why indeed? I have some notes here. I took some notes. I took some notes last episode too, but I just didn't care. I just did not care.
It was better off the cuff anyway. We just rambled for a while.
Yeah, don't watch the show.
Just watch our review.
Watch our reviews instead.
It'll be infinitely more entertaining.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Well, it does start off. What is it? It starts off with this little black girl using a CB radio, talking to her mom, who's a trucker back in the 70s. CB radio. She's using that.
Also, did we forget to mention it was in the 70s? Because they'll remind you all the time.
They literally cannot stop reminding us of the time period of this show. It's almost every scene. There's either a song or a name.
Or a movie's playing. That was a big thing in the show.
It's like, we get it. You're in the 70s. Let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah, but what'd you think of CB radio. Little black girl's using it. She knows how to use it. And her mom's letting her use it.
And not creeped out by all the randos that would, especially back then, be listening to frickin' CB radio.
Yeah. No one cares about the randos that are, creeping on your kids back in the 70s, right? Of course she's just using it to talk to her mom, naturally. Fuck out of here. I don't believe that for a second.
Oh, and the monster of the week is right next door to Mary's old house.
Right.
Because apparently they don't have a budget for another set.
Well, I think it's funny. I think it's funny, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's funny how Mary did this huge exposition dump about how close her family is to the family of the victims in the show, yet Mary's house is completely warded from demons and monsters and such, yet the neighbors, they could just fuck right off.
Yeah, also, it's not like she just said, oh yeah, we were close, I babysat. They had to give us a whole fucking rundown. Oh, the dad walked out, because fucking of course.
Oh, of course dads walk out all the time, right? Maybe he went to get a packet of smokes or a gallon of milk.
Yeah, well, this one was probably a lotto ticket. Last week was a gallon of milk and smokes.
Or maybe he just couldn't fucking do it anymore.
I couldn't blame him. It's in the show.
I mean, I couldn't blame him either. I mean, he's got fucking Mary as his neighbor, so I'd want to get away from that bitch as well.
Oh, the characters are very unlikable.
Yeah. She's the worst. I think it's her and the Hispanic hippie guy.
Okay, I do have to edit. he isn't a gay hippie. He's a bisexual hippie, apparently, because he made a comment about female Sam. The only character we kind of sort of like in this show. Thus far, anyway.
I like female Sam.
I just really wish she wasn't a pacifist. You can't be a pacifist and a hunter.
Yeah, there's definitely more to her story that they're not telling us, but yeah, you can't be a pacifist and try to be a hunter. But
especially when you're dealing with a world-ending threat.
But I do give her character some props. Like she's all right, I guess, in the grand scheme of things.
Only problem is, apparently the freak of the week, not the freak of the week, but the monster of the week this week was apparently something that gave her nightmares because it was something she learned about when she was a small child in India. Yet she didn't pay attention to how to fight it or how to ward it off.
The Bodhi Baba, I think, it's the, what is the Bodhi Baba? That was the
name of the thing.
Right, the North Indian boogeyman, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Essentially, their boogeyman. Yeah.
It seemed more like a discount Santa Claus to me.
I thought it seemed more like a discount Scarecrow. And then you said, do not besmirch Scarecrow like that. And I was like, I'm sorry, but it's just what he looked like. I don't know.
This show gave me flashbacks because we just recently went and saw Black Adam, and there was a preview for a movie that I'm looking forward to because it looks so fun, but fun for all the wrong reasons. Violent Night.
Yeah, we'll get into that on another video. But yeah, just stay tuned for Violent Night, guys. This thing's gonna be awesome. Unlike the Winchesters, which we're currently watching now.
We met apparently John's ex because we have to open the season with some love triangle face on both of them.
You know, I thought they introduced her just to show how badly he gets cucked in this show, to be perfectly honest. There's a scene where she gives him his engagement ring back. So
I think it was an engagement ring.
It looks like he proposed to her, and she shut that down quick because you're dumb.
And he apparently went off to war when he was underage. So if he went off at war before he was 18... when the fuck did he have time to propose?
Maybe it was a grand romantic gesture as he was leaving for war. And Betty, that was her name, right? Betty, will you marry me? Because we're so close. That's another thing about John too.
We're leaving on a jet plane.
Yeah. That's another thing about him too. He's such a soy boy. Like, he
gets very emotionally invested very quickly.
Very quickly.
You think... forgive me, but I'm going off of, the original show. He was a very emotionally reserved and closed-off person.
He was fucking based, all right? He was a man's man. Fucking Chad all day. Like... yeah, that's my John.
Yes.
This John.
Hashtag not my John.
Yeah, hashtag, not my John. This motherfucker. He's like talking to female Sam, and like he literally just met Mary like 2 seconds ago. He's already, I just can't lose her. What?
First of all.
What?
That relationship... if it weren't coasting off of the fact, we know they get together because of Supernatural, no one would fucking know. They'd be like, why are you... It's like the asshole who meets a girl, and on their first date he's like, I love you.
Yeah. It's creepy.
Yeah, it's not endearing, it's creepy. If anything, it should be, I don't leave a man behind. Mary's missing. I don't leave my partner behind. We're a team. We're together, Start there. Start with just, make them friends, not what's like unhealthily codependent on one another from fucking episode 3. God, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, definitely the way they're portraying John is it's so sad. I can't lose her. Yet, he gets cucked again. when female Sam recommends they take a break from all their research because they're burning the candle at both ends.
Although she was clearly flirting with John at that point too.
She's
kind of sort of gets cooked too a little bit.
Well, yeah, kinda, sorta, but. So he's like, oh, she's, and then, female Sam's like, oh, how about you guys how about a movie? Go take a break, and John goes over to Mary. He's like, yo, I can see what movie's playing. And she's like, oh, you can go.
So what was the movie?
The Omega Man?
Yeah, something like that.
Something to that extent. Yet again, just completely brushing him off. Because, it's all about what Mary wants. Hell, in this promo picture, fucking Mary's in front of him, standing up. Like, this is clearly, John's clearly like a side character in this show.
That's because it's current year, Frank. You know that. The child actors are not great.
Yeah, the child actors, the kids who get taken by Bodhi Baba.
They'll get better. Assuming they ever get a role again.
That's true. They'll get better. Unlike adults who just
can't act.
Just won't. Just won't. But they aren't the worst thing about the show. Like, I will say that. They aren't the worst thing about
that goes down to Bye Hippie.
I did want to talk to you about. Because I think you're more knowledgeable about this than I am, because you recently watched the original Supernaturals. Is the demons, what can demons do and do and cannot do, I guess, essentially. Because this show, they're not doing anything. I remember.
From what I remember, and I watched it recently, but not super duper recently. It's been a year or two. But telekinesis,
right?
Pretty basic. I'm pretty sure they could all use it.
I remember that.
I think there's some degree of enhanced strength.
What about so they're doing voice distortion now?
They can't. Yeah, apparently. When if I remember right, there was maybe one or two occasions where they did do voice distortion. But when they were doing that? When they were being fucking exercised, and they were being blasted with holy water, and blasted with salt, and in a devil's trap, they didn't just distort the voice. It used to be, all you need to see is the black eyes, and you knew, demon. That was it.
That's true.
Now, they added the voice distortion just in case you're that stupid that you need...
But did you know, my token friend, that you can put demons in inanimate objects now?
Why the fuck did they just establish that now?
I could put a demon in my fucking Iron Man desk lamp right here. I could do it.
They'd probably turn the repulsors into real repulsors.
Oh, that would be fucking awesome. That would be awesome, though. But yeah, apparently she puts it in a bonsai tree.
Which she spent all this time pruning. Why? Why do you just have that with you? What's wrong with a standard exorcism anyway?
Why are you walking around with a bonsai tree? Oh my god, this show.
Why are you randomly putting a bonsai tree in the front seat of a fucking micro van?
This show is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, another thing. So, what's the concept behind Bodhi Baba? He takes things that
he tempts you with something you've lost.
That you've lost.
That you have a very deep emotional connection to.
Right. So there's a whole new, a universe, so to speak, or realm.
A pocket dimension, I would say probably.
Pocket dimension full of items that people have...
Treasure.
Right.
They treasure
that people have...
It's not just they have it. They
They've treasured it. So, you see stuffed animals and blankets. Because, these are things kids treasure and love, right? So, there's a scene in the show where Mary gets herself voluntarily taken to try to find the kids.
It's not just a scene. It's how they resolve the fucking
plot. Right. Right. And John's like, why are you going? We don't even know how to stop this thing. We don't know how to kill this thing. We don't even, we have no idea about the implications of anything. And she's like, it's fine. You'll figure it out. I'm gonna go be a girl boss now. Essentially, is how that went.
And what she said something like, "I have faith in you,"
Yeah.
which is like, I mean, good. She's not being a bitch to John at that moment.
At that moment.
But, why does she have faith in him?
Yeah, she met him 2 seconds ago. I have no idea.
They've known each other at most as long as the show's been going on, so that's 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Well, and that's being kind. Like, that's being...
That's assuming that we aren't seeing in real time, like...
Right.
They keep calling the clubhouse, the fucking bunker, the clubhouse, which annoys the piss out. It's the bunker, bitches, like...
Yeah, I don't know why they're calling it the clubhouse. It's kind of trivial. It's stupid. So John's like, so finally John figures out, how to, I guess, get them back from this pocket dimension, right? And
But Mary still needs to know.
But Mary still needs to know. So he's talking to female Sam, and she's like, "Well, how are we gonna tell her?" And he thinks about it, and he goes, "The CB radio." What? How?
And they're like, well, radio waves, they're background radiation in the universe. So I'm like, first of all, I don't think that's how that works. Second of all,
Hashtag science words.
yes, science words. They want to sound intelligent, so they just put a bunch of science bullshit together and pretend it makes sense.
The whole time I was like, fuck off right now.
And it's literally the meme from Rick and Morty. You can't just put a science word in front of a car word and have it mean something.
That's true. As soon as he figured it out, what did I tell you? I was like, that was a very what's that? The saying. It's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
We got that from pitch meeting. That's
shout out to pitch meeting, because that's what that was.
It literally was. But I also, here's the thing. I found another way around it. We gotta tell Mary. Okay. Mm-hmm. Why don't you just let one of you two get taken?
There you go. Boom.
Not female Sam, but you get taken. You group up, and hey, you need to give up whatever you grabbed onto or what.
Yeah, at that point, you already know the logistics. You know how to leave, so...
You tell them, hey, this is what you do, and guess what? He's vulnerable outside the box, which is what they establish later, too.
So, that seems harder than going on a CB radio, trying to find the correct frequency, and hoping that Pocket Dimension has a CB radio...
tuned to the same frequency.
Tuned to the same exact frequency.
With batteries that are powered up.
Yeah, fully functional.
But you know what? The plot said it, so it shall appear.
What the plot wants, it shall receive, sir. So, Mary hears John calling her on the CB radio, and she goes in this room of treasured items.
And they're fucking CB
and
radios.
It's full of CB radios and I think different types of like TVs like and stereos. Yeah, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, these are people's treasured items.
This is like, from my understanding, it's supposed to be like the thing you would miss the most.
Correct. That's the implication. That's what they're saying, right? Like, this is what you absolutely miss.
Or at the very least, it represents something that's like Mary's father's hat.
Like, this is supposed to have a deep impact on your life. And we got CB radios, stereos, Betamaxes, and televisions. And it's not like there's like 4 or 5 of them. The room's full. It's radio. It's fucking I dated myself. I said it was Radio Shack. It's fucking Best Buy in there, all right? Like
it's 60s Best Buy or 70s Best Buy.
It's 70s Best Buy.
Lest we forget that we're in the 70s.
That's true. You know what? I'm happy I made that Radio Shack reference because it's old, just like the time frame of this show. So
and that stupid ass saying from John's, what was it? No flies on you or some shit.
No flies on you. Which I discovered was an Australian slang developed back in the 1840s that somehow made it to the States. I've never heard of this. No flies on you. Maybe, hey, it could be popular. I don't know. I just never heard of it. But apparently they say it in this show.
And it's not like they say it and they're like, hey, what does that mean? Everybody just knows.
Yeah, it's just implied. Everyone knows what no flies on you means.
We had to look. Well, I mean, from context, it was nothing gets past you. But we looked it up just to be sure. But no one's like, just to be sure, is this what you're saying?
No one's saying that.
Because I would. If somebody said a random idiom that I had never heard before, I'd at least be like, does that mean what I think it means, or am I misunderstanding it?
Yeah, I would look at that person like they were an idiot. And then
I was looking at the TV screen like they're idiots. I'm like, what the fuck are they saying? Just there's so much clearer ways to say that exact sentiment.
So one of the parts I also had a problem with was in the beginning with the narration when Dean was like, "Oh, there's no playbook."
Yeah, there's no playbook except the one you literally
Being
fucking
a hunter.
had in season 1. You literally had one.
It's like, are you guys forgetting everything you set up for Supernatural? Like, come on.
We have a feeling that the season's going to end with, well, I've gotten a lot of experience, and I want to make sure that for the next generation, and he's going to start that fucking journal
He's definitely going to start that fucking journal.
at the end of season 1. That's my bet.
Yep. Did you see that car at the end of the episode? Because the Akrita, right? Of course.
Oh, yeah.
That's the big bad this season.
Yeah, that's the big bad. Is that actually from myth, or did they make that the fuck up?
No idea. I don't even remember that in any of the Supernatural episodes.
Oh, they definitely never mentioned it in Supernatural.
So I have no idea. But they're making it seem like the Akrita is like above, like pretty high on the food chain.
Like, world ending kills humans and
Yeah.
demons and angels, all like...
That's what they're portraying.
Last time I checked, the angels wanted to end the world, They wanted to end the world when Sam and Dean show up. So a threat that could literally wipe out existence, including them.
Correct.
You think they'd fucking intervene?
Nope. Not the.
That would make too much sense.
Not. Oh, I solved it.
What?
It's because she's female. That's why.
Oh, the Akrita's females. They
can't intervene.
Oh,
and I bet you.
I bet the angels are misogynists. How much you want to bet?
And
Even though Anna was actually Castiel's superior officer,
yeah.
they're misogynists.
They're going to misogynist. I also guarantee by the end of the season, the Akrita is going to be misunderstood in her actions because.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the way that they framed it when they revealed it, it seemed like it was supposed to be a reveal rather than like they showed this person, and the way they framed it felt to me like it was supposed to be somebody we knew.
Right.
But I'm like, I don't recognize this person.
I don't recognize this person either. Oh yeah, but back to the car. I forgot.
Yeah.
So did that look like an Impala to you? That car?
I didn't actually notice the car.
Oh really? I should have just went back and stopped it, but it kind of looked like a black Impala, or it could have been an El Camino.
They're going to ignore Supernatural in every way they can, clearly. So they're going to get the Impala some other way. Jensen Ackles is not going to show up and tell John to get the... I hate what they did with John. They made him so pathetic.
Soy boy beta cuck.
I remember in Supernatural when they go back in time and they're dealing with the angels, Sam and Dean are talking about the sigil. And John says, how big do I need to make the sigil? And they say, oh, you don't need to do that because at the time he's not a hunter, he doesn't know this shit. He literally, fearlessly cuts his hand open, doesn't flinch, and just says, how big? That dude is nowhere to be fucking seen.
That dude's a boss. That dude's a boss.
He has no idea what the fuck he's doing, but he's like, I am going to contribute.
That's some base shit right there. Yeah. It's hard to believe that the character we're given now is that same character. And I don't want to hear people like, well, he's just starting off and, he's got a whole arc and blah, blah. I'm like, fuck off. Like,
he's
no.
supposed to be based. He survived the war as an active member in the Marine Corps,
Correct.
for fuck's sake.
He's supposed to be based a fucking Chad. And he comes out a fucking pussy. Like, I don't even know how to.
And we don't even address his PTSD that's supposed to be like this huge big deal. They didn't address that at all.
Right. That because that one episode 2, he was.
Was it episode 2? Well, I think it was the first one because he cut it out to kill the thing because she was stupid.
Well, it was episode 2 as well when he had the dream in the car of his ex.
Oh yeah, his
friend who died in the war, and he told Mary, "I feel like I have a ghost, that's traveling with me." But then, they just don't even bring that up. Ever again.
And they're trying to give these characters, well, they're trying to set them up. I don't know. I don't know if it's just that it's badly written, or I'm just more cynical than I was, but I feel like Supernatural was written so much better than this show.
No, it was. It was. I don't like any. Like, the only character I like is female Sam. Maybe
I might endeavor to actually learn her name.
Yeah, Lotta, I believe it's Lotta. I don't know.
Lotta is either her or it could be the.
I think her name's Ada. I think.
Okay.
Oh, the chick who wants to be a witch?
No, the bonsai tree chick. Yeah, the chick who wants to be a witch. That could be her. I don't know. I get the two of them mixed up.
I don't know. I get them mixed up too. I don't.
But I will. I will endeavor to learn her name. I couldn't have given less of a fuck last week, but this week.
Yeah, she seems. Anyone who directly doesn't listen to Mary, I'm all about that.
Or at least
what
doesn't treat her word like gospel.
Yes.
I'm glad that they didn't give Bye Hippie too much screen time this week.
Gracias a Dios, as he would say in the show. Thank God they didn't give him.
I mean, he's there. He has a couple scenes, but he's not. He's not hitting people with their car and then running the fuck away without calling the paramedics.
It's the worst.
Very annoying character.
I think he might be the worst character I've ever seen.
Mary's. I really liked Mary in Supernatural.
Yeah.
In Supernatural, I mean, we didn't actually get much character for her until later, but I really liked her. She was, she did kind of ghost the boys. Yeah, she did, but by the same token, at least there was at least a plausible reason. Because she literally came back to life.
Right.
And last time she saw Dean, he was 3, maybe 4. And Sam was in his fucking cradle.
There was a story there. 20s. There was a story being told.
And, her, connecting with the boys, that's actually a plot. There's progression there.
Yes. That's the word.
John knew Mary for 3 episodes, which, assuming it's relatively close to real time, that means 3 weeks. I can't live. What do you say? I can't live without her.
Oh, I can't do this without her or live. It's same. It's all the same. Like yeah.
Yeah. And again, start. This is why I freaking hate it when you have the love at first sight. I know love at first sight happens, but again, they are supposed to hate each other because Cupid said it was a big deal in heaven because they couldn't fucking stand each other, and then the angels had Cupid directly intervene and be like, they are so, Mary clearly wants the D.
She thirsty.
And John,
thirsty.
He's just... He's a fucking puppy. Oh, gee, Mary. Oh, golly gee, do you want to go see a movie?
No, fuck off! But wait. I am going to go see a movie by myself, but then run into another guy who claims he goes to see a movie by himself.
Who I've never met before.
Complete stranger. And now we're going to go to the movies together.
So, all John needed to do to not be fucking cucked was to not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then she would have been dropping her pants for fuck's sake.
Yeah, when it all boils down to it. Yeah.
And they're trying to they're trying to put some drama between female Sam and John. That's clearly not going to fucking go anywhere.
I just don't care.
And yeah, I wouldn't. The thing is, I wouldn't care if it did. I wouldn't care.
There's nothing about that triangle or whatever
shape it's going to end up.
Yeah, it's just not working. It's not working.
As Gary would say, there's feelings in hallways and feelings on car rides and feelings.
Yeah.
Oh, and then when Mary gets taken, right? She gets her item is her father's Indiana Jones hat because they're clearly invoking Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, I think, with her father, who's Tom Welling, by the way. Tom, stay away from the show.
Oh, Tom, what are you doing?
You were great as Clark Kent.
What are you doing?
Stay away from this show. Didn't you learn from the Batwoman?
Dude, I even liked him in Lucifer, when he was in Lucifer.
Oh, he was a boss in Lucifer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. He was Kane, and he was a boss.
Yeah, he was. It's fucking based. I loved him in fucking Lucifer. It was awesome.
But just stay away from this show. The CW's quality has not gone up, Tom. It's gone down. You're not doing yourself any favors.
Maybe they'll see after. We gotta get like some demo figures. We'll have that for you guys for the next episode.
Yeah, we'll look at the ratings.
We'll look at the ratings and.
I took a passing glance last time, and it was like they went from like a little over 1 million to like, or just under 1 million to like.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
It was like, if I remember right, like a 30% drop or something. It was pretty substantial.
Eesh.
But yeah, so they have the Indiana Jones hat, and then Mary keeps talking like, oh well, when because you have to. The thing is, you have to be willing to sacrifice whatever that item represents to you, like whatever item it tempted you with, you have to be willing to sacrifice whatever that's how you escape.
Right.
And she's struggling because hunting, she said something like, hunting is all I've ever had. It's like, bitch, you're not even close to finding your dad right now. This is not a revelation you should have right now.
Yeah,
this is a revelation you should have with like 1 or 2 episodes left in the season.
Yeah, why is she having this existential crisis now?
Yeah, you're having an existential crisis in episode 3. Not, when it's not until you can see the finish line. That's when you're supposed to have your crisis.
Yeah, what are you, 18? Like, come on. Come on.
But, Mary's mother has left her father, apparently.
Oh, he is a toxic male.
Yeah, he's a toxic white male, yep.
She's stunning and brave for that.
Yes, she is. Mm-hmm. I can't remember if she is in Supernatural. It's, I vaguely recall.
I vaguely recall as well.
But I don't remember. I can't say with any degree of certainty. But of course, Trucker Mom also was abandoned by her husband person.
Yeah.
So literally all the men in this show, they literally all walk out. Even bisexual hippie, in episode 1, they established that he flaked on Mary at one point.
Because that's what men do. We are toxic.
That fucking Y chromosome.
We are born
just makes you a piece of shit.
We are born to be pieces of shit.
And also, John literally steals Mary's kill here. She fought through her demons, even though I think that this was way too early to have her have an existential crisis.
Right.
She did. She fought through it, she escaped, and then John cuts the thing's fucking head off. He didn't earn that. She did.
I feel like that was a little too easy of a kill, too.
Or pacifist bitch. It almost would have been better if pacifist bitch was the one who was taken, because she doesn't kill things.
Right.
So if pacifist bitch was taken, then she could. Sorry, that's female Sam, by the way. Then she could burn or break or whatever the fuck gets her tied in there, and then. Because then at least it would make sense she doesn't kill. So it would make sense somebody, you can't steal the kill from somebody who doesn't want the kill.
Yeah, just simply swap the characters out. I mean...
Plus, that would have given us a reason to be invested in female Sam, other than, being the only competent hunter. Oh, again, they go with, apparently Mary spent her time listening to radio when she was a child, listening for hunter chatter in the fucking CB radio.
Because that's not creepy and weird.
Yeah, I feel like there would be better ways to get your hunter intel, even back then.
I feel like you just don't let kids use CB radios at all that have different frequencies, and you can stumble on a perfect fucking stranger. I don't know. I don't know. I just think that it increases the chances of you coming across,
A creep.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Kriega or whatever is apparently a radio DJ?
Yeah, apparently.
Because that's how you be incognito, I guess?
Well, I guess that's how you reach tons of people, I guess.
Yeah, 70s.
And then the other point is just for female Sam.
Yeah, that's true.
But, but on that note, thanks for giving us a listen while we discuss episode 3 of The Winchesters. Again, don't forget to smash that like, subscribe, leave a comment below. And in the words of Blackton America, do better, people.
Yes, that needs to be the sentiment for this entire show. Just do better.
Better.
It's not hard. I'm not saying writing is easy, but writing better than this is easy.
Do better.